downer really ruins the feel of a song. You gotta keep it bright sometimes, you know? You gotta relax and recharge. That way, you'll be ready to kill it when it's time to perform. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of... I've been so focused on writing new material, so I decided to take a holiday to try escaping this. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw a magazine with some photos of Nodcry. Well, after looking into it, it turns out the whole atmosphere and way of thinking out here are like... So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate... Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more out-there melodic phrasing. Obviously, I can't just flip genres completely. Still gotta keep the core lyrical and musical themes intact. Anyway, when I got to Nasha I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. I got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music. I should be trying to enhance my guitar. It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, I'm going for something punchy, compact, clean, and absolutely savage. If I could modify my guitar's acoustics, ramp up the compression, and add a second sound hole to boost the lower end frequencies, oh, I think I can get a sharper, more metallic sound. Thanks for the support. Oh man, my motivation's like a double bass drum going at 200 BPM right now. Give me a bit to play around with this and hammer out the kinks. I'll invite you to the official unveiling of my breakthrough sound soon enough.
Since we said bye to the other... Still no news about Rarer. If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he...
Hello! You must be the traveler. Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's...
A wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh! Come on, let's go!
can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable.
He's not seriously still get.
Everyone's here already.
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to but it's like he just vanished into thin air. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol.
And we're sure that who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will...
Traveler, there wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but
Yeah, didn't he shout out a bunch of names? Oh,
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki. Unless something went wrong.
The other thing is, how does someone who's completely...
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of breath.
That actually sounds about right. He was...
There are many unanswered questions here. Besides his name and title, we know...
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, like, 3 useful facts about him.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting... Last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us. And we still barely held our ground. I'm on...
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla.
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is...
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rerir's goal
Wait, why?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue...
That's right. Yes, it could well be.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky. But... And if we do run in...
That's when you follow the 3rd rule of treasure hunting.
Didn't you say the...
I don't know.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rerir, do not...
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anefa, let's go.
Hurry up, Grassa!
Any leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Oh.
So, you guys didn't find anything
Not loving the word
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one, almost as if he knew someone was on to him. Either that...
He's been biding his time for a while now.
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost...
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Wait, he's actually here?
No. Silvermoon Hall! The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now, you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon, I will find a way.
Watch out!
Find them. Even if it means turning this place to ashes.
That was too close. We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by convention.
I have a question. When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her. We weren't there for the whole thing either. Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any light on...
Kutar. Cross-checking database.
Wait, she's the moon god?
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon. I've never met that person before. But why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the tribe. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you. But right now, devising a counter strategy should be our #1 priority.
A counter strategy? We don't stand a chance against... Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? No, I can't say that.
Running is our own.
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice?
Well, I mean...
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time.
Wait, what?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one. A coyote doesn't stop for bypasser. What is it, love? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess.
We can't just roll over and let him get... Yeah, we can't just... Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning...
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left. They would make self-centered wishes. Force you to accept me. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether any relationship based on need is purely transactional. You were born here, and now you...
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use. Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great...
It is. But I find it very draining. Rejected by the world. My power is dwindling.
What do you mean, reject?
The 3 moons belong to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. The 3 moons are not one and the same. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow, but this method of recovery is...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us.
Then what are we waiting for?
Close your eyes.
They just keep coming! This is nuts!
Rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Kutar's house to escape. This goes on much longer.
A long, sweet death. Close your eyes. Observe.
Annihilation mode. Defensive mode easy.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Fear the dark.
That was too close! We barely made it out of there alive! What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so...
He's a threat to the... I doubt his strength could even be measured by convention.
I have a... When me and Anetha showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted... We weren't there... Yeah, we didn't see how it all started.
Kutar, can you shed any...
Kutar. Cross-checking database.
Wait.
There are many reasons I've never met why he holds me.
Kutar.
There are many potential... It is also but right now...
A counter strategy? We don't stand a chance against it. Surely our own... No, I can't...
Running is our only...
Huh?
You seem surprised. But what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in battle.
Well,
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you have plenty of time.
Wait, what?
Doesn't that make sense? A coyote doesn't... What is it? The Frost Moon side...
We can't just rope... Yeah. Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive her.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now.
River's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar,
But...
Kutar, I know why they would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about... Any relationship, you were born here.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. Very well.
Both times you saved us.
It is. Rejected by the world. My power is dwindling. Like a
What do you mean, rejected?
The three moons belong to the ancient Bygone era, in which the three moons are not one and the same, yet moonlight. But this method...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the heck out of here! Weather bomb!
Cleanup sequence initiated.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Oh, they just keep coming! This is like nuts!
The rear's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't fall back on Qatar's help to escape! This goes on much longer.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvartnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the...
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole.
Oh, is that...
That's the one. Come on, move!
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub, aka the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodcry should be pretty familiar with me by now. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard you look way younger than Paimon expected.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsvartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived main...
Another?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it was... I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the
Is that why he's been frantic?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So,
It's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in that's a lot to take in. Need some time.
I'm truly... You stood with us against the Wild Hunt, and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just like... And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. But now that a new variable has come into play...
A new variable?
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad... That said, while I know is explaining everything just...
You mean about our mystery app?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi... I don't know who or what could pull something like that off.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log. A Nodcrian Ratnik's field...
Oh.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do... Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to... But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his... But is it even possible that he... The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari... Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what do we do now?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest won't even matter. To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state, let alone with his power still growing.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon. They say that back then, I now bear the Frost Moon's power.
Hold on. Are you suggesting...
The iridescent moon.
That's right. If we can find the iridescent moon...
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate...
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However...
I know a way, but... We will need to visit the Fatui...
The experimental design bureau?
Yes.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted.
Then that's settled. Next up, as you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body, and people's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it for good, we have to get to the root cause of what's driving it.
It's true. We still know very little about him. If Kutar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue, and she has info.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstaking.
Ah, she heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business.
Details, details. Miss Sneffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd...
Wait a sec. How did you even... Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides...
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen...
So you're just going to sit...
Why should I get involved?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd...
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, if you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission.
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning...
Boss, just a thought. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be late. If there's any way we can make...
This is why I'm always telling you never... You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well. Yehoda, I will help. Flins, that fragment that Rerir...
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need...
Wait! You have...
Shh. This...
I get it. We all have things we'd rather keep to ourselves. And that brings me to the third and final item. We need to... I'm in for this part. No matter...
Count me.
Come off it, you two! I'm way ahead of you here. Inefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna... Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nodcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving...
I like it.
No biggie.
All right, then. Once your team has finished their mission...
Lady Damselette. Wait, we've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here...
You really...
We're not looking for any trouble.
Do I need to remind you that out of consideration for our former ties and the
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me...
No.
Centrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear...
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past...
I'd like to speak with our...
What? Huh? You mean... Then...
I'd like to speak with our Lakini.
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and...
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm... Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling.
Have you held any tea parties?
Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's first Rosaline, now you? I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time.
Well, duh. Why else? Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. Well, I guess we are overdue for it. Have Febronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body can...
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part. It brings back memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries...
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much... The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection? But that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. I get why you left. And frankly, but if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths... Guess that's our cute... that might be your plan. Huh? Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt.
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area. I'll handle this. Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by your... You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. Go on, get out of here. You may have stopped Paulownia from crushing him last time. Stay and watch if you want. But it'll be at your own risk. Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, stare all you want, Columbina.
I know.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. Come on then, Mr. Ray here. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful... Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey, over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon. Go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rurir's...
Good deduction. But it's cool.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor?
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned.
Whenever we wish. I've never faced Rurir myself. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary.
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. Still, I have to and also how to make sure I come out of this. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate or unfortunate we may...
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up, is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind. Time to cash in a precious favor I've been... That shady merchant who sold you an
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
Hey.
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance. See, look how easygoing she is. After that...
Dori Sangama Bay?
If you want to make it big and not cry, it's all about connections. Lady Neffert. It was back when I first arrived in Not Cry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp. And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a... I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that plus any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sun. So, let me guess. You've run into some trouble.
You guessed correctly.
The one type, at the very least, I need to...
What if I told you it's someone with the power?
Is that so? Then you really are...
You're...
a powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but if you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here.
Then, let me put it another way. What would you do if you...
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No.
Let's just say I'm borrowing it. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now you've got a chance to repay...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 Mora. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all.
See you later!
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony can now begin. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. So remember, Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of art. Simple furnishings, table and chair. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnar, unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Anyway.
Hi, Reverie. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu. I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindus was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good. But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindus. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in there. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is. He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he... Did Rerir rip it out?
Before I met you, I was convinced the burial place of a fallen moon. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. The burial place...
Rerir, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vedelson here? What a surprise to see you here.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not address me so formally, how...
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court...
So...
Hey, don't look at me. As far as...
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the... I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to...
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to...
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she's... A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story.
Of course he does.
And me? Same old, nothing much to... What's up?
It's nothing.
Vedifilnir. Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria, and yet, despite the gulf between us, does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother? Or why did he react so strongly?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got... Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others.
Isn't that a...
Vedifilnir showed up today, too.
Ah, Mr. Vedifilnir. Yes.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and...
So, you're worried? We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be... I'm sure someone in his... You worry too much, Rerir. We've been together...
So, you do...
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like...
All right. Take your time. Nobodies. Sounds... Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the Dani... Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Felindis? It's nothing. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together.
See? You just need to stay positive, Rerir. I can feel your warmth, your breath. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening.
You go ahead. I just have...
Even busier than the big shop.
Free lap. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna...
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd become... Besides, they're two completely different...
All right. White House.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services. by giving... He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancé to know about his other life. Who'd have thought? Let's dig a little.
Our last operation was a resounding success. And all thanks to you, Rahere of Solnari.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Khaenri'ah has no further need for a dead moon. But alas...
That's not entirely true. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day.
You still haven't told her what you really...
Where would I even... How do you tell someone that you're one of the King's hand-picked executioners?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years. Take care, Rahere of Solnari.
Thanks, Thorkel. Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie, but that's exactly why I can't tell you ever. The Moonlit Dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining hot, could that be why Vedalfnir held back? I have to get a clear answer from him.
Rahere seems to be very Vedalfnir and Dainsleif. I've investigated this whole area now. Should I try somewhere else?
So, he's late after all.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
For some...
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. May we have a word?
Who are you?
It doesn't matter who I am. Not long ago, the Rahere of Solnari led an assault on one of our...
Sorry, I don't know why...
Wait. Hear me out. His name is Rahere.
What did you...
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry.
Why are you...
Simple.
How strange. Rahere couldn't possibly. Why would her memories... The ceremony won't last much longer.
So that was your doing?
Any more questions?
I had no idea. I gotta admit, though, I'm itchy.
I'm just as curious as you are. But luckily we managed.
So far so good, especially the group with the Traveler.
If you're worried about them.
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details.
Oh, they've been they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area? Oh, that's never gonna work! If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rahere. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long. Hide! We almost got spotted! Phew! That was a close call. Watch out! He's coming this way!
right. You look weak, Columbina. The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that freedom comes at a heavy price.
It's Arlen!
Hello again, Columbina.
It's been a while.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. He sure doesn't pull his punch.
Excuse me, do you need...
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Wait a minute.
Hello, Miss Sandrone.
How can... Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from my machines. Nearly every machine that Catgirl touches ends up going haywire. Go put her...
Then let's start... You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have... Running late again. Gotta steer clear of other people. Heads up!
It's a relief to see you all made it back in one piece.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Nefer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Anefa to set up the decoys and buy some time. As for Miss Nefer...
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. But first, who do we have?
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime teapot.
Surely it can't be.
Those eyes.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Heart.
You are well informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out...
Oh, the feelings...
A Fatui...
The atmosphere in here just got really tense.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious. Seeing as the moon god...
Nor does Nodcry belong to Mondstadt, Mr. Vark. Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things... Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. We have our own way of doing things here in Nodcry.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. As a gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the... Anyway, what else is on the agenda?
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over. But she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of...
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle...
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we know...
The dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and eclipse.
To my knowledge, those long ago, it is said that the people of... But one day, Aku saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed. Hence the name of the...
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster... In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, what's the matter?
Certainly, Brine daughter. Flinders.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding...
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, the Lindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of.
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood... Oh yeah! Just like how...
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
It's possible. That merchant.
All right then. Traveler, as for the...
On the way over here, at this rate, the people living here...
I'll head back to...
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be... Given that the Wild Hunt has been a lot more active lately, the Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, I'll hold the fort for now. Then I know in Anefa when they get...
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything...
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Stay safe, everyone.
We're back. Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
Everything going smooth?
Not great. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired. Oh, right!
Sure, Uncle Varka. You previously told us about how when you went to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt, but according to Flint, that was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full...
Flins, with everything that's been happening, I know, I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoy. And Efa and I will head back over to Amsvarnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you, Uncle Varka!
Database updated.
We already decided someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings. And besides...
So I've ended up with the...